Here we are, Friday 4th August, doing the Brighton Drain Walk. I usually do this one because it's pretty quick, and today's a big day at school at RMIT, but I'm here, I'm just working through my thoughts on the auction at 25 Hawthorn Grove tomorrow. Got plenty on, but this is a big auction. It's a difficult auction. Great home, AAA location, AAA home, and the price they're talking about, quoting, well, they were quoting in the sixes initially. It's very, excuse me, very hard to communicate to clients when you're going, well, I just don't think it's anything like that. If we can get it under 8, I'd be incredibly rapt. You may need 9 if push comes to shove, and at 10, well, I'm wondering if you can do better. 10 versus 6, it's a big difference. You've really got to take your client along with the journey, on the journey. You've got to show them why it's a great house. Then you've got to do all the due diligence. So you go through, well, we've had an architect giving them advice. Well, not we, meaning we've suggested architects and they've organised it. We've pest and building inspections, council checks, land measuring up, done a full rating, full valuation, and all the other sort of general things that go with the job. But we've had several meetings with the clients, really nice. But we've been looking at properties at 11 and 12 and 15 million, and it's I think there's a certain level of, or maybe we lack some credibility where we're saying one that's quoted in the sixes and sevens, that this is a lot better property. It actually in time will probably be worth more. It's easier to renovate than any of the other ones, and look, it's just a lot better property on all fronts. That is so hard. A lot of people make judgments on the value that the agent puts on a property, or even on the sale price. Values, it's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot more intrinsic. This is a home, well, it's on 1,100 odd square metres. Well, there's another one in the same street in Hawthorn Grove that's gone for 11 million, similar land size. Now, you could argue a better home, but you also argue it's on the other side of the street, which is south-facing rear. This is the north-facing rear. This does have an issue, the issue of the apartments behind, or flats, depending on whether you want to be cruel or nice. But they're very manageable. They haven't been managed and dealt with in the current renovation. You know, I would have, if I was them, I would have spent the money on disguising the major issue. And it does need some work out at the rear, but that's all very fixable, very doable. It's containable. An architect can, and a builder, and a smart buyer can make this all work for not a lot of money. So tomorrow I'll be going for my walk in the morning up the mountains before I do, pumping myself up, because it's going to be a shit fight. I think our clients now do understand that, because we've been able to show them what's been happening in the last week. I mean, we wanted to make an offer before, but they weren't interested in an offer. They didn't even ask what it was. So that tells you volumes about where they want price to be, where they think price might be, and our clients are starting to catch on to that, which is good, because with these auctions, you need to be prepared. 90% of the work in buying this property has already been done. Yeah, okay, Mal will come along with a couple of tricky bids and, you know, look a bit of a star, but that's not the major work. The major work is the work that you do before an auction, showing a client why this home is so special. Because under auction competition, you're just not going to have the time to be able to sit down with a client and go, well, I told you so. You know, I told you there'd be this sort of interest, and we've expected that. It's one of the negatives of an auction too, by the way. Even if you have 3 or 4 bidders banging away here, I'm not sure that the price we end up at, whatever it may be, and hopefully we're the winner, whatever it may be, I'm not sure that we wouldn't have ended up there or even higher if we'd handled things in a different manner. But anyway, that's not a criticism of the current thing. I mean, if this gets a big number, then how can you criticise the auction situation? Anyway, enough from me. We've done everything we can due diligence-wise. It's going to be an incredible auction tomorrow. I really, really hope for our client's sake, as does Gina, as does Sim, that we can buy this property. Tomorrow, I'll talk to you just before the auction via a walk up in the mountains to clear my head and really get strong for what needs to be done.